Hello there and welcome to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. Funny that, isn't it? Now, normally I'm here with Maff. Maff is my colleague and friend who is also the guy who has coded like most of our indicator, which is called Quadzilla, which we'll be talking about quite a bit. Now, Maff is in a meeting today. He does have a proper job. Unfortunately, the income from Quadzilla is so little that he still has to have a real job, unfortunately. So yeah, try and make that different by subscribing to our Black Friday offer. In fact, shall I just do the ad? Maybe I should. Yeah, let's do that. So obviously, the Black Friday offer is because it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. So I guess Black Friday is actually Friday. And then I think you have, what do you have? Cyber Monday on Monday. But we're actually running this offer until the end of November. So here's a quick reminder of what it's all about. The Quadzilla Black Friday sale is now live, and it's live until the end of November. This gives you a massive 40% discount on the annual fee. This means if you're paying in dollars, you're getting it for $49 a month. If you're paying in euros, it's 42 euros a month. And if you're paying in pounds, it's just 36 pounds a month. This gives you full access to this amazing indicator and also full access to our Discord community. And this is where you can get trading ideas, discuss your trading ideas, ask questions. And remember, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. We have this winning trade section here, which has some phenomenal wins like 73%, 24%, 114%, 47%, 20%. They keep going on. Some of the wins here are absolutely phenomenal. People are making lots of money in our Discord community. So if you want to become a profitable trader and you want to make your next trade profitable, head over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. We'll see you over there. Okay, so that is the Black Friday offer. Now, some people in the Discord have asked me if you can pay by crypto. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can. So the price in crypto is in USDT. It is 588 for the year. Now, what I've said I would do for that is I would run that until basically if you buy that today, then you're subscription will run until the 1st of December 2026, which sounded like quite a long way away last week, but now the 1st of December is, what is it, Monday? So it's pretty soon, isn't it? So yeah, there is that as well. Now, just look at the price of Bitcoin here. It's just taken a little dump just as I started the stream. Why is that? Did something happen? So like Bitcoin faces, okay, nothing spectacular there. If anybody knows anything, then please do let me know in the comments. Oh, Kaz is here. Oh, Kaz, have you changed your name slightly? You're now Kaz Crypto. I guess it's you. So let's have a look. Let me have a look at this, because this is of interest actually. So Kaz is saying Dream Cash says not available in the UK. Been doing that silly pressing the button every day and hope points made prizes, but then it says won't work in the UK. Is it a VPN only thing worth it? I don't know, to be honest, actually. I mean, I was told about that from Dave over on the Stonksy channel when I was doing stuff over there. And yeah, the appeal of it, it was something to do with Hyperliquid. So, you know, kind of Hyperliquid was the attractive thing then, but it looks like, I guess it's, you know, they're sticking to their FCA compliance thing, which means it's best to just not bother with the UK. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not going to attempt it. The problem with the VPN thing I found is, I don't know if you're on Android or Apple, Kaz, but on certainly with my iPhone, if an app isn't available in that country, that's the end of it, really. You have to sort of, I don't know, you'd have to sort of redo your Apple iOS account or something and have it in a different country. Weirdly enough, my old Android phone is actually still based in France, actually. So I suppose I could have a look on that, but I'd have to find it first. I'm not actually sure where it is. It's around somewhere, but it's an old Xiaomi Mi 9, which it was a lovely phone, actually. I was really into it, and then the battery life just got really, really terrible. So it would only stay up for like about 2 hours. So it's not really very practical as an actual phone. So I don't know. Well, I kind of guess if it's a phone app, they probably want you to, at some point, they'll want you to sort of bind your phone number to that. In which case, if you've got a UK phone number, that's probably not going to work anyway. I don't know. I've just forgot about it for the time being. I mean, you know, there was nothing invested there apart from a bit of time, was there? So I don't know. If anyone can make it work, then that's well, just let us know, really, because you know, it did look quite interesting, but well, that's the end of that, really. So I don't know. I mean, the UK is just such a pain, isn't it, for like everybody? And I will mention, actually, I will mention Zoid Pay. I know I keep mentioning this, and I know people who've known me for a long time are thinking, why is he still bothering with this thing that's actually done that in the history of everything? The reason being, right, is because this ZoidPay token is going to become, well, not become, you will be able to swap this, bridge this to another token, which is called Other, right? And when you do that, it'll be one-to-one. Now, I'll just show you a few things about this, because if I can find the page. Right. Okay. So this page here is zpay-other.com. This is about the migration of ZoidPay to Other. Basically, what it is at the moment, ZoidPay is, well, it comes from an idea they had about 7 years ago of making a fintech application, a bit like what I think Dreamcash was going to be. And, you know, they just haven't managed to do it for years. They had some kind of like Chrome extension thing. And I tried to buy a sofa with it when I moved to the UK in 2022, and I was buying it with, what was I buying it with? I think I was buying it with, it wasn't ZoidPay. I was buying it with, I think I was buying it with UTK actually. I think I had a pile of UTK at the time. I thought I'll see if I can actually use that to buy a sofa with. And the idea, what it was, is like you had a Chrome extension that you would go to a site, and when you come to pay for something, you'd put in the amount you want, and then put it into the Chrome extension. It would then generate on the fly. It would actually generate a kind of Visa card that then you'd put that details into the site, pay for the actual thing, and then basically you'd charge up the Visa card from your MyArt app, as it was in those days. These days it's called Xportal. You'd charge it up with that. So effectively you'd pay with crypto for the thing. And that was how it was going to work. It was a bit cockeyed, to be honest. It was like all over the place. But it didn't work. I tried to use it. It just did not work. And that's the status they've been in ever since, really. Now it looks like this other thing is going to happen. So basically, Zoid Pay is on Multiverse X, so the old Auron network. Other is on Solana. Now that's going to all happen apparently in January. Now, Zoid Pay, I've been notoriously really bad at sticking to any sort of deadlines. So what they did, they stopped announcing deadlines. So they said there's going to be no more announcements because they just couldn't seem to stick to anything. Now, what happened in January what happened this week was someone who's part of the team did actually tweet about the actual other token happening and the app happening in January. So that's the first time they've ever actually sort of given a vague date in the past few years, so it looks like it might happen. Now, the other pre-sale price at the moment is 0.5 cent. No, it isn't. It's 1 cent, I think it is. I can't remember now. Anyway, whatever it is, the actual price of Zoid Pay at the moment is about half of that. So I'm actually thinking at the moment I'm buying Zoid Pay because I know that if other token becomes at the pre-sale price, and there's actually 3 parts of the pre-sale, it goes up, quite a bit. In fact, it goes up 100% towards the third stage of the pre-sale. At that point, buying Zoid Pay now should be an easy trade. Anyway, I don't want to say too much about it though, because I don't know. I don't know for definite if things are happening in January, but it looks very likely. Anyway, the point is, why I'm saying this is because their app it looks really good, but it's going to be based in euros, and it's going to have European IBANs. And I'm in the UK at the moment, and I probably won't be able to use it. Well, if I do use it, I'll be doing something. I'll be buying stuff in a shop in the UK with euros, which just doesn't make sense, does it? So yeah, I think the UK is really quite royally screwed, really, sort of with crypto at the moment. So that's pretty rubbish. Anyway, let's have a look at the price of Bitcoin, because that's what the thumbnail said, wasn't it? Let's have a look at the index chart. Oh, hello. So when did I put that stuff in? That was the weekend, I think, wasn't it? That magnet's not working properly. Come on, pull it up. And what was I pointing to there with that arrow? There I was pointing, I think, to something like, was it that green background on the 3-day? Oh, Sunday night CME fill. Okay, that's irrelevant now because that did fill. Right, I'm actually going to remove these drawings. Right, let's remove all that stuff. Okay, right, and then I'll get back to stuff in a moment. Let me just have a quick look at the comments. So Kelly's saying, want to watch it? Yeah, Zoid Pay at the moment, it's only available on KuCoin, and the liquidity is so bad. It's got this ST tag, special treatment. and it's really hard to actually buy stuff there. You can do a market order, but you'll just buy up the order book and you'll end up paying a bit more. I've tried setting limit orders and just leaving them for like a day, and they sometimes fill a little bit really slowly. The alternative is to go over to X Portal and swap something like EGLD to Zoid Pay. I'm thinking of doing that actually with a bit more EGLD, even though EGLD is now down at the price that I bought it for back in 2020, which is just pitiful, really, isn't it? But I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. So Crypto Bash is saying Rachel Reeves 12:30 today. Oh, what's she doing? Oh, is it the budget today? Ah, it's not the budget. No, the budget's always Thursday, isn't it? Is that right? Rachel Reeves 12:30 today. Tell me more, Crypto Bash. That'd be good to know. Anyway, I thought what we'd do today is start off by watching the price of Bitcoin crash. No, I thought we'd start off by looking at Maff's video, but let me just have a quick look at this, because this is something I've been looking out for. I spoke, we discussed it yesterday, because I was saying we got this green background here on Quadzilla on the 3-day time frame, and if you look back in the past, back in the past, you can see that happened on November 2022, and it happened in September 2022. Oh, there's a few more. Why am I seeing more than what I thought there was? Oh, okay. So there are a few instances of that. I thought there was less than that when I looked at it yesterday. Was I looking at a different chart? Maybe I was looking for the super up. No, it couldn't have been, could it? Anyway, what I've noticed now is this 3-day one here. This candle closes tonight. It closes at midnight tonight, UTC. So if we now look at the 4-day chart, right, we've now got a green background there as well. Now this did happen in September 2023, November 2022, and July 2022. And I think, oh no, there's another one here, September 2014, and that's it. So I don't know. I mean, to me, this tells me that it's very, very oversold, and we should be expecting a reversal pretty soon. But I suppose you could say, have we had that already? Because it has kind of bounced up from that kind of 80k level. Anyway. Oh, right. Crypto Bash then is the budget. Oh, okay. Oh, Scotty's here. Hello, Scotty. How you doing? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at Maff's TA from this morning. This was what he posted in the Discord this morning. Let's have a quick look at that. So, video file. Right, this should be it.
Something interesting today. Yes, there I said it. Interesting. Now that's going to be a promise to try and live up to, isn't it? And in fact, it's not going to involve the VWAP, so I'll just switch that off. It's already a bit less interesting now, isn't it? So, yeah, essentially, this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour at the moment. But before I get to this, just a quick overview. I'm just going to switch off all of my drawings and switch to the daily. So just to recap what we're kind of looking for here. So Bitcoin, of course, reached this kind of base. I mean, it dropped down to some hideously low level, but it's formed a base here and pivoted back up. There's even potentially the beginning of a Elliott wave. Kind of from there, it could be like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which should kind of bring us up to this level here. 106-ish, that kind of pivot point, and if it stretched even further, could even kind of get us up to actually this retracement level, which might well turn out to have some relevance still, as they tend to do. That's at 108.5. It could even kind of get up a bit higher to maybe 110. and potentially then just a big old short all the way back down and beyond. That's what kind of the hypothesis here. Of course, that Elliott wave could just fail completely and invalidate, and this could just kind of head downwards as a rejection. But given we've got all these green backgrounds showing up as well, and the momentum oscillator is showing positive signs there, apart from that, the trend shield lighting up bearish just there in response to this happening. So as long as the trend shield fades or disappears, then hopefully that'll just carry on heading upwards. So that's our hypothesis. If you go back to the 4 hour, let's reset this and put the drawings back on. So I drew in a couple of things on this. I drew in the fixed VRVP. That, in fact, I'm just going to switch off the EMAs on here just for it as well, just because there's quite a lot of stuff just kind of happening on the chart. Yeah, so the VRVP gives us the point of control, which I think is actually there, which is pretty much exactly where the price is at the moment. It also gives us this like range bound, like lower price and upper price. What is called? I can't remember. Yeah, value high and value low. So we can treat those as actually some kind of range, which it can be useful. What else did I draw in here? Also drew in a fib retracement. I just realised I'm kind of hiding behind the microphone. I must stop doing that. Can't see me. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, essentially drew in this fib retracement to the downtrend. So from the top to the bottom, essentially from here down, basically from this kind of localish movement, from the high down to the low. That also gives us some good levels to work with. Gives us this level here, which is kind of handy, the 0.786. Bitcoin seems to be just sort of ranging along that, and this, I think that's just a ray that I drew in on some time frame or other. But interestingly, it's actually now ranging along that. When I drew in this yesterday evening, I think it was yesterday evening. Yeah, yesterday sort of like 4:05 UK time. And the price was essentially just sort of dallying with this trend line. In fact, if we drop to the 30-minute, you can kind of see it even more here. It was just kind of touching that there was this bearish retracement level just above. And in fact, that played out incredibly nicely. So I was thinking, well, hey, if the price breaks above this trend line, that could be it. That could be the big moment where we're heading off to the moon, etc. Well, to the fake out moon, really. The fake moon. That one's for Scotty. So essentially, but in fact that retracement level was there, so it just touched that, and of course it's bearish, so came back down again. That did the up, down, up kind of perfectly, really. In fact, plunged down back below the trend line, then it came up again, another attempt to get to break above it, and then it did. Woohoo! Not quite off to the moon though. Luckily for me, it was a bit late in the day, like 10:30ish, and I was thinking, I'm not going to place a trade now. Just before going to bed, I'd be worried about it. I wouldn't be able to sleep, etc. And in fact, I would have woken up and found that it had just round tripped and stopped out. So that was lucky. So yeah, it essentially came up again, touched pretty much the same level. It is funny how these retracement levels just remain relevant. Touched again, rejected, back down, touched the trend line again, and came up. Another kind of attempt, didn't even get that high. It's failing a bit, isn't it? Then just came back down again, just touched the trend line and up. So we still have this kind of support area. What level is it? It's at the 0.618, I think. So just, yeah, this is going to be something to watch for, because the narrative is still on that we're going to get this bounce, this kind of relief rally up to the 98 or 100 mark maybe. And if things go well, then push on up through there for some kind of rejection around the one, somewhere between 106 and 110. But it's taking its time. It's looking like it's, of course, now just rangy along here. It's just building up steam, eating up some liquidity, sell orders before it can really just head on up. So that's just something to keep an eye on. Actually, is that range 1.3, 1.4%? Not a huge amount, but if that continues like that, and just if this level holds support, then there's going to be a few quick scalp trades potentially. But that's about it, really. I just wanted to draw attention to that, and we'll just see how that progresses as the day marches on and into the rest of the week. Ciao.
Okay, that's good. Now, what I did notice yesterday is Maff was talking about a level that he was suggesting would be a support level for Bitcoin. And let me just pop that in, because it was at, what was it now? Oh, I'll write it down somewhere. 85,131. 85,131. Okay, so that was there. Okay, so yeah, that was to do with this bunch of liquidity over here, and I must admit that's looking pretty good, isn't it? So we did just sort of like wick down into there. So will it go up or not? That's the question. Anyway, let's go to a more sensible time frame, because that's well, not sensible, but That is the 4-day time frame. In fact, let's just have a quick flick through of some of these bigger time frames. So that's how that one looks. Daily. I mean, the daily does have these Quadzilla retracements down here at like super low levels, like 60 something and 50 something. I don't think we're going quite there yet, but who knows? Mainly because we're seeing all these like green backgrounds here, you know. If we were in a situation now where we'd got like another high and it was like a lower high, you know, lower than that one there. So say, for example, we'd done something like, you know, we bounce from here and then we start to top out there. Then at that point, we start getting red candles, not candles, red backgrounds like what we do here. You know, I would say, yeah, that is probably, you know, we are going to come down to these super low levels. But at the moment, because we got these green backgrounds and stuff on really high time frames like the daily and 3-day and even 4-day, I'm thinking there is a little bit more upside to go, you know, but it depends, you know, like Maff was saying, depends how far we get. I think that 108 level that he was talking about, which is here, isn't it? I think that's going to be a level where it's going to be make or break time. I still feel it's going to go up, actually. I just heard a little boop noise. Was that Maff? Oh, yeah, it's Maff. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
You're right there. I thought you were gone.
Yeah, the meeting turned out to be very short, so I was able to just slope on out. And
you could have just hidden behind your microphone.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, has that TA been played?
Yeah. I just played it just, and yeah, it's quite good, really, because you most of it was pointing to the upside, wasn't it? And
since then, the opposite has happened, I think.
Well, it has, but I still think it's going to go up. You know, I was just saying that. I did notice that even on the this is getting mad now, because even on the hang on, let's do it right.
Yeah.
Even on the 4-day time frame, we've actually got a green background there now, which is it's just looking.
Yeah.
Everything's looking like it should go up, and but it's not quite reacting like I want it to. I think it needs some sort of stimulus. You know, it needs some sort of something to happen.
It's building strength. I'll give it that. It's like maybe there's a tipping point where it'll just suddenly kind of explode to the upside. But yeah, I suppose I could do kind of a follow up type of thing to that video when it gets to that bit.
Okay, are you definitely done now? Sort of. I mean,
oh yeah. I think I'm here for the duration. You know. Okay,
brilliant. Yeah, the other thing as well we've been talking about is this super up signal on Quadzilla, which has never happened before on the 2-day time frame.
So yeah, that's quite something, actually.
So that now has 11.5 hours to play out to stay there. So that is midnight tonight.
On the 2-day.
On the 2-day, yeah.
Wasn't that the one that was 2 days ago? Unless it's a different chart.
Well, yeah, because oops, I always do that, don't I? Yeah, it was because that candle obviously started on Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
Yes. Yeah. So that's the one. Yeah, Sunday 23rd.
Yeah. So my impromptu live stream was on Saturday night, because I was looking at this candle here to see if the green background stayed, and then I woke up on Sunday morning seeing this green super up, which was like, I thought, blimey, don't often see one of those, and like, it's true, you don't, well, never, in fact. And then now we've got a new 2-day one, which closes tonight at midnight. So
okay.
so
if that at least remains green, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still favouring getting another kind of high
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
but possibly a lower high, then down we go after that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't mean definitely another high, but I mean definitely favouring another high.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of what I
yeah,
meant. Not what I meant. Kind of, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I will first of all just want to say to anyone who's here. I think we kind of know most of the people here, but if there's anyone on the sidelines who doesn't really know us or whatever, we do have a free Discord that you can join, which I will show you there you go. If you go to savewithcrypto.org/Discord, you can join our Discord. Now, if you join for free with that link, when you get there, there's stuff you can look at, and there's like good information there and stuff, but you can't particularly interact with anything. And also, there's one of the most valuable bits, which is the trading floor channel, which you won't have access to. To get access to it, you either need to get Quadzilla, which I strongly suggest you do. That's kind of not financial advice. That's just what's that? That's
Life advice.
Life advice. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just a good thing to do. It will improve your life. Either get Quadzilla, or you can use one of our exchange links, make a trade, and then you can DM either me or Maff with your UID, and we will upgrade you in the Discord so that you've got what we call trader role, which means that you can then interact and all that. Now, at the moment, there is a super duper offer with a exchange called Bitunix, which I've actually been using since it was actually January the 1st this year. I started using it, and it's been really good actually. So it's a nice exchange, and I must admit, like when I started using it, there was a few things that I thought that's not very good. That could be better. And at the time, there was my affiliate manager was this girl called Jane, and I kind of said, "Oh, could you couldn't have a word with the devs and tell them to sort this thing out?" And it was fairly little things. And they I don't know if it was just me complaining about these things or if it was quite a lot of people, but what seemed to happen is they all kind of got fixed, which was brilliant, really. So it's a really nice exchange. Anyway, so what we got at the moment is this really cool offer, which I will just remove that banner for the Discord. Hang on a sec. No, actually, I'll do it as this is playing. So I was gonna just show you what the Bitunix offer is all about. It's really, really good if you're a first-time user, because you actually get a 30% deposit bonus. So take a look at this. From now until the 21st of December 2025, the new Bitunix campaign is live. Now, this is really good, especially if you're a new user. There are actually 3 campaigns running. Now, the first one is a VIP campaign, which gets you cheaper fees and a lot more advantages. For the new people, there's the deposit reward. You simply make a deposit and you can get 30% cash back. This is the best offer I've ever seen for a deposit reward. And lastly, there's a trading volume reward. Trading volumes are actually quite easy to attain. To give you an example, here's an account that I've got about $2,000 in. And in the last campaign, I managed to achieve a trading volume of 1.7 million just by trading that $2,000. So you can imagine if I had something like $10,000, my trading volume would be more like 8 or 9 million, just to give you an idea. Now, I achieved this by just doing normal trades. I wasn't doing anything crazy like doing 100x trades. In fact, my current one here is a Solana trade. And as you can see, that's quite modest, 12x. Nothing too crazy, just normal trading. So, for example, my 1.7 million trading volume could now get me VIP 5. At VIP 5, you're almost paying 0 fees, which means you can do things like you can compound your gains by taking a small profit when you're only 1 or 2% in profit, and then just repeating that over and over again. And just for the record, if you start off with $2,000, and if you can make 1.7% in a trade, and you do that 365 times, you have over $1 million. If you can achieve $2 million, you get VIP 7, which is both obtainable and extremely desirable. Now, event 2, the deposit bonus is only for new people, unfortunately. But if that's you, you can deposit $100, trade once and get $30 back. You can deposit $500, trade once and get $150 back. You can deposit just $1,000, trade once and get $300 back. Now, you can deposit anything you like. You can deposit USDT, Bitcoin, Solana, whatever you like, or you can even use the buy crypto feature and buy crypto using your bank account or credit card. Now, the last event we ran did have a 20% cashback, and that did apply to existing users, but unfortunately this one, it doesn't. But if you're a new user, grab this while you can. I've never seen a 30% deposit rebate ever. Now, event 3 is open to everybody, and this is where it gets fun. If you can achieve a trading volume of 1 million, which to be honest is super easy. If you're trading with about $1,000, you can do that easily between now and the 21st of December. And you get $50 for that. If you can do 5 million, which is not impossible, you get $300. And beyond that, for the ballers, if you can achieve a $30 million trading volume, you get an Apple Watch Series 11 and AirPods Pro 3. If you can achieve 100 million, you get an iPhone 17 Pro Max. And for the absolute ballers, if your trading volume reaches 150 million, you get a vacation in Dubai, and that includes flights and a 4-star hotel, which is worth $8,000. So who can use Bitunix? Well, if you're in any country in the world except China, North Korea and Iran, and I also think Singapore might be excluded as well. I'm not 100% sure about that. But everywhere else you can use Bitunix, you don't need a VPN. And that includes the UK and the US. If you are going to buy crypto using your bank account or credit card, you will need to pass some verification to do that though. But if you're depositing crypto and just trading straight away, you can be trading within minutes by using just an email and a password. You don't even need to tell them your real name. Now, what I also like about the deposit rewards is a lot of people, if it's the first time they're using an exchange, they might not want to deposit a massive amount. And I've seen other campaigns with different exchanges where it's the first deposit that counts. So if you want to deposit $100 to see if you like the exchange, do that. Do some trades, see if you like it. You'll get $30 anyway for free. And then if you like it, you can deposit $1,000 within the same period and you'll get $300 rather than $30 as a reward. I think that is a really good feature, especially for new users. So how do you do this? Well, just go to savewithcrypto.org/Bitunix. And remember, you've got until December the 21st to do this. But it makes sense to start as soon as possible because you want to get your trading volume up so you can get the VIP status and hopefully plan your vacation to Dubai. So remember, savewithcrypto.org/Bitunix. Actually, the only problem I've got with that, do you know what it is?
What's that?
I can't think of anywhere worse.
Dubai. It's funny. I was kind of thinking. I mean, I went on a holiday to Dubai one time. Excuse me. Cause we had friends over there. One of whom was flying. He'd given up being a software developer and instead trained to be a 737 airliner pilot. It was quite a jump. But because of his age, at that stage, like the only place he worked for a bit in Vietnam. He was with some Vietnamese airline, and then from there to Dubai. In fact, he eventually went to EasyJet back in the UK, which is pretty good. So he obviously built up the experience, and he's able to do that. But yeah, so we visited him over in Dubai, and yeah, I thought it was all a bit flash,
I don't know. I've never been there, but from what I can see, that is just like Dubai is the exact opposite of me. It's
yeah.
I don't know. I'm although I do like money and stuff like that, like the kind of like crypto bros with Lambos and all that sort of thing. That would just like, I don't know, just wouldn't the whole thing about the money and flashy stuff is just doesn't interest me at all.
It's
And
it's
then
kind of
you've
it's
got,
kind of designed to just extract your wealth, isn't it?
yeah,
So
that's the impression I
you want to
get.
be you have to be buying the genuine Rolex watches and wandering through the glitzy shopping centre that goes on for miles upon miles of designer shops and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas,
So I kind of agree.
yeah, whereas with me, I'm quite happy. I don't know. I just like being places like Croatia when you sort of like, you buy a beer and realise it's cost about £2,
Yeah,
for a large beer, and you think, oh, that's good. you know,
yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
like,
Exactly. I could live here.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that if I went to Dubai, I'd probably, I'm quite intrigued by the Burj Khalifa. I'd like to see it in real life. Just look at it and think, oh, that's big.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, to be honest, even that, all you have to do is visit the Shard in London and
yeah,
just kind of extend it in your mind a bit. It's that, but taller.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I must admit, when I saw the Shard the first time, I was quite sort of blown away by it, and then I thought, yeah, that's big. Let's go and have a beer.
Yeah, yeah, essentially, yeah. Because the view from the top of the Burj Khalifa it's basically it's desert, so it's kind
Yeah,
of featureless, and it's like, well, okay, I could just um, look at a yellow piece of paper up close and blink a few times and have a similar effect.
yeah, absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah,
Anyway, just thought I'd run through a few comments and stuff. But no, the Bitunix thing. I tell you what, as well, right? I don't know if I should say this on the stream, but
maybe don't then.
I
Too
don't
fair.
know. I'm just kind of hoping the affiliate guy isn't watching. I don't think he is, to be honest. But I think he's got bigger fish to fry, or whatever you do with people who are affiliates. But uh,
Depends what they
but
say live on air. Yeah,
yeah, but I complained the other day because he was setting up this campaign, and I said, look, I got the $200 reward in the last campaign for the deposit because I deposited over $1,000 and that got me 200 USDT. I got that. And I said, but my trading volume was 1.7 million during the period, so I should qualify for the 100 USDT as well. And I haven't got it. Should I have it by now? And he said, well, yeah, you should
yeah,
have it 3 days after the campaign finishes, and it finished last
yeah,
Monday, the 15th, I think it was.
yeah.
Um, and I said, well, I haven't got it. And I actually said, look, I'm not going to promote your thing until you've sorted it out, And it was a bit of a kind of, I don't know, just me being arsey, really, I suppose. But
Throwing your weight around.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Do you realise who I am? No, no, but seriously, I mean, the point was, because I actually said to him initially, it was like, I want a campaign that I can be involved with, um, so that I can make videos about it and show that you really do get the rewards and stuff, And I said, if I haven't got the reward, then that's not very good because that could happen to one of my viewers, and then they're going to be annoyed with me. And he said, "Oh, okay, I'll sort it out." And they actually said something like, "Oh, you didn't get it because you used multiple IP addresses." And I was like, "No, I didn't. I don't.
mm,
Each computer I use Bitunix on. Um,
yeah.
I don't even use a VPN on that one, so it's always the same IP." And I thought, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so they actually actually paid me this morning. Like, they gave me 100
Nice.
USDT, but
Yeah.
they gave me 200 as well. So I think they thought that they hadn't given me the 200 for the deposit bonus. So they give.
Are you going to complain about it?
I'm not.
It might just happen to slip your mind.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um,
but
yeah,
if they do,
interesting. But now that you mention that, because um, I don't think I got mine either. I for that same campaign because although I deposited Sol
it
rather than
doesn't matter to
USDT,
me.
maybe that's the problem.
No, it can be anything apparently, as long
Okay,
as it's worth whatever in
it's
USDT.
1,000, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
deposited 1,000. Well, bit over $1,000 worth of Sol. Did a trade. Well, a few trades. And
um,
yeah, I did get an email saying, warning your or they have that not a loot box. They have something else in there. thing is about to expire, go and claim it immediately. And I went, oh, woohoo, go and see what that is. And it did a little animation of opening the loot box, and there was $1 inside it.
Oh,
because I was getting all excited.
okay.
But that was something else, I think. But
so so you've been to like, you go to like your profile and then go to like the rewards hub. Yeah. No, it's not rewards hub. It's my rewards you go to.
yeah.
So I've got it on a different computer here, so I can't really show you. But if you didn't get it, the actual affiliate guy is in our Discord, so you can go and give him a grill over there if you want.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll just give him a shout, see what's up with that, because there might be some reason. Like I said, I didn't go and claim it or something.
Yeah, they might say, "Oh, we gave it to the wrong bloke."
Actually, now that you mention it, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm guessing you've already kind of spent it. The Amazon Black Friday deal or something.
It's in a trade. It's in a trade. But there you go.
No, that's good.
Anyway, Crypto Bash was saying it's the budget today. I always thought the budget was on a Tuesday, or am I getting confused with general elections? Or no, I don't know what I'm thinking of.
They're doing some weird things with. Well, they always do weird things with the budget, but there just seems to be some exceptionally weird things. Wasn't there something about they want to tax tourists? They want to impose a tourism tax. So, like, I think tourists would pay, I think it's something like £2 a night or something to stay places.
Awesome.
Can't
you just say you're an illegal immigrant and you get a free hotel?
Yeah, exactly. That's where they're going wrong. Well, it's probably to pay for the free hotels. It's tax the ones who are actually paying.
It's all a bit wrong, isn't it? I think
so, something not quite right there. Can't quite put my finger on it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, I don't want to bang on about it too much, but like they're probably going to introduce this electric car 3 pence a mile thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or at least talk about it or something like that. And it includes hybrid. The rumours are it's going to include hybrids, but at a lower rate, like 1% or whatever, like 1 pence per mile, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing about that, right, is the way, because I've always been a bit anti-hybrid, because I always thought, why put 2 motors in a car? Because that just makes it heavier and all that. And then when I was in Portugal a couple of years ago, I had a Fiat Panda mild hybrid, right, which is pretty similar to the old Fiat Panda I had in France. Apart from my Panda there was just a petrol engine. This one was a petrol hybrid, and all it does, you don't plug it in or anything like that. But what it does, it takes advantage of it does regenerative braking. Really, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So when you take your foot off the accelerator, it's charging the battery back up rather than you wearing out your brake pads and warming up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which just makes the petrol engine more efficient. So that is surely better than a petrol car. Like the only thing I can think is it's probably slightly heavier, so it might cause more damage to the road. But so I was thinking the hybrids are actually better than petrol, 100% petrol. But do you get what I'm saying? Though, I mean, it's not like oh, it's got a battery in it, therefore we'll charge them per mile. It's like it's actually a more efficient way to do petrol cars. And in fact, now where you got the sort of like modern like Bugattis and stuff like that. I mean, they make them hybrid because they have to. But what they do is just make them so it improves the performance and stuff. So you've got things like you can do like 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, but you can also stop in about 2 seconds as well. At which point, when you accelerate, it discharges the battery in about 2 seconds, and then when you stop, it charges it back up again. And it just makes them more efficient. So. It's not actually.
So it's actually double the motor power.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they've got around the sort of emission laws and stuff by sort of actually making them things more powerful and actually just increasing the acceleration. But also,
but also, I guess you get the flat torque then, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
So you can keep on accelerating
Yeah.
to infinity and beyond or whatever, and I guess the petrol engine then is kind of struggling
But
to
not
catch up
that
a bit.
fast.
To start seeing redshift and things. Yeah. So,
Okay. Oh, that's a God. I have to get onto astronomy at some point, but so I quite like all the red and blue shift stuff. And anyway,
ooh, okay. Yeah.
Doppler effects, and all that. And anyway,
Doppler effect's cool. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, Scott, you're saying how do peeps? Yes, I'm good. You good, Maff? You seem good.
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I think. I'm just glad I didn't enter into that long position last night, because it would have been a bit very stopped out. To find out this morning if that had happened.
Yeah,
phew.
I've tried to sort of, I've tried to sort of not sleep with trades open as much as possible. Actually, it's generally improving my life. Actually, but
yeah, for sure.
But anyway,
and of course also just kind of especially not just entering a trade just before going to bed, because that's kind of just ridiculous.
Yeah. I'll just have
if
a quick
it's a swing position, sure. Yeah.
I know. Because I have dreamt about trading and stuff like that, and it's like, it's just, I don't know. It's like you wake up and you think, was that real? And it's like, oh, it's terrible, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, WJM afternoon. Glad to be back. Oh, glad you're here. Okay. Scott Charisma laughing his bottom off. I think that was the you hiding behind your microphone. I think.
Okay. Sure. Which I'm still doing.
No, I don't know. I've forgotten what that was about. Hello. That's somebody new. Good day, folks from Australia. I'm a bullish kangaroo. How's the BT dominance looking? Oh, we can have a look at that.
Yeah. Well, since he did the accent, we may have one less.
I'll probably.
So, hi, bye. Sorry.
I know. I quite like the thing where. Oh no, I won't even say it. But it was to do with the Cornwall accent, but I won't mention it.
Sure.
Anyway, surely we care closer to a bottom than we are a top. I think so.
Yeah,
but
it's got to
that's
be,
just
isn't
what
it?
I think. Yeah. Will we see a Santarelli, or will we just get another kick in the Christmas crackers?
Bit of both, I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like it's certain, but it's gonna be a rally, and then everyone will be opening at their long positions, like we are so back, and then they'll just plunge. I think
there'll be something for everybody. CB's here. Hello, mate. How you doing? Brilliant.
Hey.
Kaz wouldn't go even if
Dubai.
Oh, to Dubai. Okay, right. Yeah. She's what Kaz is. I know. Sorry, that's Rachel Reeves, wasn't it? Budget about electric cars. Blah blah blah. I'd rather hybrid than a full electric vehicle. Okay, fair enough.
I kind of agree, to be honest. It's just,
I don't think you get a choice, really, do you, anymore? I think I don't think you can buy a fully petrol car anymore. Is that if you buy a new one? I don't think. Or that'll happen soon anyway.
Yeah, sure. Elimination of choice, consumer choice, I think.
Yeah. Do you think XMR will have a drop from here? Okay, that's something we can have a look at.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Right. Seem to be ripping through the time. I can see why the Tuesdays with half an hour we run out of time so quickly, because I did have the idea of just showing a few of my little videos, and yours as well, just to just because I wanted to, really, because we didn't have time yesterday. So anyway, let's do another one. Let's do this one.
Altcoins, short coins, stocks and forex too. Maff and Save will
that's one to wake the audience up, isn't it?
It is indeed. Anyway, so I didn't actually ask if you had anything to talk about, but I guess you would have.
Probably kind of a follow up to the TA video. I could probably do.
Okay. Do you wanna slap your screen on?
Let's slap it on. If I can find the thing, share screen.
Just while he's doing that, can you all do us a favour? Can you give the stream a like, please, and do make sure you are subscribed and all that.
Do all the necessaries, as it were.
Yeah.
And have we mentioned Quadzilla today and anything about the Black Friday deal?
I mentioned it kind of briefly. What I was going to say though was I know some people have been asking about paying for it in crypto. I think I mentioned that as well, actually, or was that yesterday? Anyway, but the crypto price for the year is 588 USDT. So if you want to do that, just get in touch with me or maff. Just send us a DM in the Discord, or
so it's the Black Friday crypto price, essentially.
Yeah.
So you can literally save with crypto. I'll just get my hat, No, my coat. I've got to mess it up. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, you do.
It's always. I think that was on Slashdot. Taking me back. So does that still exist? There's always like some ridiculous comment, and then I'll just get my coat.
That was from.
Was it Viz?
No. It was. Hang on, I'll get my coat. Was what was the thing with Paul Whitehouse on?
Was it the Fast Show?
Yeah, the Fast Show. Yeah.
Oh, it was from that. Okay.
Yeah.
The Slashdot just kind of
because I actually
copied it.
Yeah, because I actually used that when I went for an interview with with the BBC years ago. It was just after I finished uni, and I went to the first interview with the BBC. It's to be a sound engineer, and the first one, it was great. They were talking about speakers and microphones, all this kind of stuff, all the stuff I knew about, and it was great. And they said, okay, well, we're probably going to recommend you for a second interview. So that's the way it used to work with the BBC. You'd have like about 3 interviews before they took you seriously, So I went along to the second interview, and it was like in like a really dark room, and I was on a tiny little chair, and the 2 other guys were on the other side of this massive table, and they were like really high up, and it was just like really imposing. It was kind of like,
do you think that was intentional, really or just subconsciously done?
Yeah, and they kind of just got this notepad and sort of wished it across the table to me along with a pen, and they said, okay, can you draw the hysteresis BH curve of a tape head? And I said, yeah, sure. So I kind of drew this hysteresis curve. And they said, excellent. And they said, what's the area in the curve all about? And I said, that's about the residual magnetism in the tape head. And they went, very good. Okay, can you draw the hysteresis BH curve of the tape? And I actually said, I'll get my coat.
Was that the end of that?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I kind of laughed, and then I think they laughed a little bit, and then I kind of drew like a straight line, and they were like, "What are you trying to say there?" I said, that's because I know I got it all wrong, and that. Yeah. And that, actually, that might have been when I said, "I'll get my coat." Actually, anyway,
when he kind of realised that it was that was it. Basically.
Well, it was the second question, that I got. I just did not have a clue about, and that was it. They thought, nah, he's rubbish. And I'm quite pleased it didn't work for the BBC anyway, because I don't like them.
Yeah. I mean, me neither. So consider that was a bullet well dodged in that sense.
Yeah.
So interesting. So Scotty's saying £26 billion in tax increases. Lovely, to address a fiscal black hole. Because that's exactly what this country needs, isn't it? It's just more
tax.
Tax, yeah. Just woo, yeah. That'll get the economy moving.
I was actually watching. Do you know MDX Crypto? I think his name's Max. He's like some 30-year-old lad lives in Dubai and. he does all
Don't they all? Yeah.
does all the flashy sort of like Lambo and model girlfriend, that sort of thing. But he's always said my name's Max and I don't pay tax. But he actually said if the UK got their shit together and made it so you pay 10% tax, he said I'd go back. And I'd change my name to my name is Max and I pay 10% tax. And I actually thought, yeah, that would actually keep people here, keep businesses here, and actually
Well,
stop people.
that's exactly what's happening, isn't it? It's the old fallacy. Like we can increase, the sort of our revenue by pushing up tax, but obviously, everyone who is paying the tax just leaves.
Yeah, they just go.
And it provably happens. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, as soon as my daughters become independent, I don't know. I think I might leave again. I just find a lot of like the way this country's run a bit irritating. And
and it's not getting any better.
And the taxing on tax it's just I don't know. It's just it's worse than France. And that's saying something.
It's a thing that's just this thing that obviously isn't working because we still don't have enough money, and we clearly never will with this route. So let's try and do more of that.
Yeah.
It's just Anyway, it makes me mad. It does. So a quick look at the liquidation heat map. Just a bit impromptu. Haven't looked at this for a while. This is just a 24-hour initially. There's a bunch of liquidity to the downside. There's a big gap, so going up to 87.3. Where are we at the moment? We at all right, 86.6ish. Is that kind of where we are? I suppose it is. So is that if the price did just wallop its way up to there, then you could see it just kind of eating its way up through all of these kind of liquidations, I guess. Fades out a bit, but at least up to this kind of level, you'd think up to kind of 90k.
Yeah,
which maybe ties in with the title that you put in for today's live stream. So that's a possibility. Assuming it doesn't kind of want to do that first. Which it might, that might even be a bit more of a positive thing. If it, tromp down to just 84-ish, 84.4-ish, and then obviously if we went out a bit, just kind of jump to the monthly. Whoosh. Okay. Of course, what that doesn't show is a downside, but of which there would be some large amount of it. But that kind of paints a picture of, down a bit to, 83, it's saying there, sort of 84-ish, and then tromp to the upside. Could happen, So just wanted to bring that up a bit. Oh, one thing, just very randomly, just on here, I put together this years ago, trading fees calculator, or sort of storage. Because I don't want to pay for that thing. I just put this together years ago when I was just kind of trying to start to understand about trading fees and margin and so on. And I just found it incredibly useful, kind of reverse engineered some of the calculations a bit from what the exchange at the time was showing when I changed values in there, like the leverage and so on. And just kind of as a way to get an understanding of it all. But I could probably go into that sometime because I find it quite instructive. So if, like within the Discord maybe, if anyone wanted to just go and make a copy of this spreadsheet, I'll share it as read-only or something, so you can just go and grab a copy if you wanted to. It's useful from time to time now because it just kind of shows, like you put in the green values and what your leverage is, and then it just tells you this, that, and the other. It's saying Sol, but obviously that's kind of Bitcoin-y sort of prices. Anyway, there's that, just a bit random. So what else we got? Yeah, so Bitcoin, just to go over this a bit then. We're looking at, all right, so Bitcoin 4 hour. So in the video I did earlier, we talked about this kind of trend line that's drawn in from the Fib retracement. And excuse this, I know there's like a whole bunch of stuff on the screen at the moment, but the VWAP that's showing here, this is anchored to the weekly time frame for the VWAP, so it kind of resets at, I think, at the start of each week. Pretty sure that's how it works, and we can kind of see from that so obviously Bitcoin it's been touching this lower sort of channel on the way down, and then that just carried on there, and the price just kind of fell below it essentially and down. Normally you get some kind of reaction when the price comes down and just touches that outer channel, like there it did it and bounced up, there it did it and bounced up. Here it just kind of capitulated. It's like, no, I'm going down, but then it kind of bounced outside it a bit and reacted up. Similarly with the kind of the center of the VWAP, where it's obviously kind of just like a bit bearish below, a bit bullish above. So and it's been kind of flirting with that center line all the way through. And in fact, yeah, when it kind of pushed above that trend line, it actually broke above that halfway point for a little bit. Then it was just kind of firmly rejected back. But in fact, look at this now. It's come up again, isn't it? It's come back above that trend line, so that's nice. If I go to the 30-minute, I'll switch off well, actually, just for a second with the VWAP, so you can kind of see it a bit more clearly there now. Just how it's been flirting with it along here, and so actually, now I'll switch it off. So this point just here where the price came above the trend line, above that whichever Fib retracement level that was, can't remember. Is it 0.318? I think probably. So in fact here, yeah, that's right. So it kind of broke above, came down, bounced off that trend line, up again, down, bounced off it again. But here we got this Quadzilla bearish retracement level, which started to draw here, and kind of gave us a bit of fair warning that this isn't going to just leap away. There's downside, and it's kind of tied in as well with this mid-range bearish cross coming down as well on the oscillator. So this is really a note of caution. Like, this isn't up and away just yet. I'm not even going to reach the top of that range that I was talking about before. It just plopped back down, and in fact came back below that there. But it's kind of worked its way back up again now, and it might range a bit there as long as it can stay above there, and because that bearish retracement has obviously played out, but might still continue to be relevant at that 86.8 kind of level. So really, we're just looking for a confirmation that the relief rally has begun. Obviously, there's not going to be much of that in the UK right now on this side of things, given how it sounds like the budget is going. So it's going to need some good old patriotic US optimism there to when they come online to maybe push the price back up. But keep in mind what we're just looking at on the liquidation heat map. We might see a pullback first to 84, just to eat up all of those open orders, and that might actually that might be the kindling or whatever, the fuel to just ignite and push the price up. So would think, it might just range a bit more and then suddenly wallop its way up, or it might do that mega pullback. Interesting, down to, even if it just came down to 85 or slightly below to the 84 level, that's suddenly a possibility. Looking at that, might into that, do a bit of that, good course, and then trying to draw it like a Elliott wave, failing a bit, but and then running out of chart. There you go. Probably saved me from drawing something just totally radically stupid. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Something like that? That's
Yeah.
a bullish case if it were to happen. That maybe in a way it's kind of the wannabe case, the if wishes were fishes kind of case. But it's also plausible, I think, 'cause if we get that pullback, that could well kind of allow that to push up. The other route, of course, is do that and carry on doing that for a bit until eventually that. But either way, really, that's probably fairly tradable if it did range there for 1.5% range at 10x, or whatever your risk tolerance might be. But in either case, I think if the price did that and bounced up, potential like scalp long. I don't know how many people here are really scalpers, but then that really it's just a case of trying to find the good entry for the push to the upside to the sort of above 100k level. It's going to bounce around first, isn't it? 98-ish if it gets up that high, past 90 and so on. But there could be some potential to just grab a few scalps while waiting for that good entry, trying to get in on it, and then one of those then just kind of continues, up and up. Yes, that's just kind of a bit of a addendum to the video from earlier.
Okay.
Given that, because I kind of thought with that bearish candle that it was just going to just capitulate and head on down, but it's actually recovered a bit. So positive sign, I think. We're kind of getting this still on 30 minutes. We're getting the convergence band is narrowing. If it narrows above the oversold line, the 20% line, and curves around and heads up strongly, that I think that's pretty bullish. It might mean that because I think when we wait for the momentum stochastics to come below the 20% line and curve round and go up, that's because it vastly increases the probability that they're going to head up and the price is going to head up. But if it happens above that doesn't mean it's any less good. It just means that we may have actually missed the move. But it means that it's pretty bullish because it's acting like a higher low at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we want to have a look at? So I was looking at the comments.
Yeah, sure.
There's a lot of comments.
Awesome. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Is it a lot about the budget and things?
Hang on. There was Scotty talking about XMR.
Oh, yeah. Monero. Should you have a look?
To the moon, saying the charging stations are a big letdown for electric vehicles. Many charging stations are faulty. I wouldn't know. I'm a diesel man myself, but to be honest, if I was going to have an electric car, I only really want a Tesla because of the supercharging network, and also because they actually tell you if the charger's knackered before you get there.
That's kind of handy.
It's
so sort of obvious in retrospect, kind of a one.
Yeah. So whereas I know with a lot of the other ones, I don't know whatever they're called, but you quite often you'll get there and you find it doesn't work. Which I don't know what you do if you run out of electric. I suppose a AA man comes along and sits there charging you up for half an hour and gets you to a charger that will work. I suppose I don't know. All right, Scotty saying, including hikes on high value properties via council tax re-evaluation of 2.4 million homes. Settling up charge on departing non-DOMs, potentially raising 4 billion. Setting up charge on departing. Okay.
In other words, if you're emigrating the hell out of here, then they'll tax you for leaving the country, essentially.
What's that? Do you think they're settling up charge? Why
Yeah,
do they call it?
like,
Is what you owe you before you go?
Well, they've introduced this debt. They said, oh, by the way, we've decided that we've got this kind of made-up thing, which means that you owe us more money that we've decided on. So you better settle that up. They're a bunch of flipping criminals.
I know.
I floppingly hate them.
I know. Oh, God, that language.
Sorry.
Alongside capital gain tax reforms, oh, God knows what that is, and adjustments to ISAs. I'd be interested to know what the ISA adjustment is, because that's the only good thing I like about the government at the moment.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Maybe not. I know they were talking about changing the cash ISA limit, weren't they? But
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the capital gains thing is essentially that they wanted to kind of do away with capital gains tax itself when you're buying a property. However, instead, they want to tax people who already own a property, and like annually. So, and I guess if you can't raise the £10,000 or whatever for the annual thing, then I guess they take away your home that you've paid for like years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
They want everyone dependent on the state. Grateful for its existence. Like if you essentially living in the country, they're seeing, or like being born in the country and living here is a privilege, and you should be thankful to the state. Essentially. So if you want to leave, you have to settle up that privilege and thank them on the way out for allowing you to be here for the time that you're here.
I tell you what, the more things that happen like this, the more I am really, really tempted just to sort of just to buy some sort of like, bus type thing, turn it into a big camper van, and sort of and just drive off into the sunset. And
at least on the Isle of Wight ferry, and drive around the Isle of Wight.
Well, not the Isle of Wight, because it's too bloody expensive to get there. But it's the most expensive ferry in the world, apparently, per mile. But anyway, but I don't know. Just like, there's plenty of Europe to explore and get lost in, and sort of I don't know. That's anyway. Stop foreign and stop open borders policy for starters. Okay, yeah. Better not get too political here. Tax on tax here in Australia. They were even trying to bring in unrealised capital gains tax. A few countries have talked about the idea of taxing you on unrealised capital gains. That is just the most insane thing ever.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah,
pure
thievery.
It just can't happen in my mind. The revolution will not be televised.
But it'll be live here on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube, yeah.
And if not, probably some other channel.
Yeah.
Probably better not. Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Sorry. I thought it might take a little while to get through Scotty's comments. Just seen the Labour government on Pornhub. Turns out they effed the whole country a bit like Bonnie Blue. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. Righty-ho. Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to go a bit sideways. Yeah, I think so. For the moment, anyway. US initial jobless claims data coming in 30 minutes. Oh, is that like now? Probably, isn't it? Rachel Reeves is only going to allow people to save 12k a year tax free. The rest will have to go into casino stock markets.
On the cash ISA then. I guess.
Okay. Well. Okay, that doesn't bother me that much because I quite like the stock ISA, but I can see a lot. Well, it's just discouraging people from saving, really, isn't it? So that's just mad, isn't it? James saying always test the supercharging network is amazing. I'll never buy another electric car. Oh, do you mean you'll never buy another electric car other than the? Yeah. I think you're right. Right, new 3p per mile tax on electric vehicles from 2028. Mansion tax from 2028 on homes over 2 million.
Yeah.
2 million's like probably like any house in London, isn't it?
But virtually, yeah. I mean, but also because it's people who would have bought a house like, well, maybe a couple of decades, 2 or 3 decades ago, or kind of like inherited it from wealthier parents or whatever, back when they wouldn't have been forced to sell the house purely for inheriting it, you know, and just kind of lived there, and now all of a sudden they won't be able to live there. So it's their house.
Yeah.
And the government's just going to strong arm them out of it by demanding money that they can't afford to pay, essentially.
Yeah.
Just regardless, I think that there might be some means testing in there, so maybe I'm being overly, but overly negative on it, but it's still crap. You know.
Yeah. Pension salary sacrifice capped at 2k for employing. Okay, that's gambling tax changes. Oh. Sorry, that was an alert to do with
didn't actually hear it.
Oh right, it was a sort of cat meowing. It was quite hilarious. Gambling tax changes include a rise in remote gaming duties.
Yeah, okay.
A new general, okay, doesn't particularly affect me. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
dividend tax is up by 2 percentage points for basic and higher rate taxpayers. So is there any good news? Fuel. Oh, there you go. Fuel duty frozen for another 5 months before being increased in stages. Okay. I'll shut up now. Okay. So no, thank you for that.
This is actually quite salient.
Yeah. 20k in stocks and shares to prop up falling UK companies. Oh right, but I know what they were talking about. They were saying like that if you have a stock ISA, they might make you have some stocks in UK companies. I kind of hope they haven't done that.
It sounds like that's what that is.
Yeah, because I haven't got any stocks in UK companies at all. They're all.
God damn! It's not exactly like America first, is it? It's in the sense of, is it Britain first? It's more because like putting your country first in terms of make it more competitive. It's oh god, how political do we get? Because I realise that this sort of thing totally just loses half the audience with extreme prejudice. You know, I mean they've got extreme, you know what I mean, but just but yeah, maybe I won't go too far down that road. But it's just I can't. I've just censored myself with that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we'll all have to live in the metaverse. No tax there. Yeah, I did renew my Palo ID actually, and that's always an option as well. I can go and
we should all just go turn up there on that time.
Yeah. Well, I quite fancy a visit anyway. I mean, I think you're allowed to stay there for, was it 180 days or something if you've got a Palo ID.
Okay.
So
still got mine.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And, cool. Anyway, sorry. All right, that was interesting. Okay.
Save it for the pub. Yeah, essentially. Yeah. So, you know what? We've got the at the pub Discord thing.
Yeah, we've never used it, have we?
No.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah, we should do that. We should have a. Yeah. So what Maff's talking about is in the Discord there's a section where you can have a chat. You know, like like what we're doing now, but you could have a lot of people involved, and then talk about stuff. And obviously, you could talk about stuff that you can't talk about publicly here on YouTube. You know.
And have a drink as well.
And have a drink as well. And,
which you can't do on YouTube. You know.
Oh, can you not?
Pint in the chat, count me in. Yeah.
It's okay. That'll be good. What we need to do is agree a time really to do that. But Obviously, because we've
Figure that
got
one out.
people from all around the world.
I'd quite like Cryptic to be there, as in Britstrade. Is it Britstrade?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would as well. Yeah, he did disappear for a while, and he's back again. Yeah,
because he's well, I quite like everyone here to be there. But just think about the time zone. 'Cause if he's in Australia, is there a time we can factor in? How many people in the US do we have?
CD is. In fact, can you all just do us a favour? Just type in what country you're from, because I'm quite intrigued. Really, I know there's a few in the UK, and obviously to the moon is Australia. I think Kaz is in the UK, but I don't know. Everyone seems to be able to make it for this kind of time of day. I guess this is like really late in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like midnight or something. So UK. Okay.
Call me UK.
UK and Palau, yeah, but that's my nationality now. Apart from some parts of me still live in France. Cool.
Well, I dread to ask what you left there. What part you left there?
Do you want to have a look at what we're going to look at? XMR was one, and then Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, Monero. Let's do that. Shockingly, it's not in my watch list. I should probably fix that. XMR. I guess Bybit is when you went, because it did have its pump, didn't it? I guess when there was all of the privacy stuff going on, like with Zcash and so on, there was hype around that, and I think Monero kind of benefited. Maybe I've got the timing wrong on that. I'm not sure. What do I go to here?
Well, yeah, it was one of those sort of thing. Well, Zcash is pumping, so what's similar?
Yeah. I think it, to a certain extent, it probably benefited Monero in particular, because people realise that Zcash is kind of privacy optional, which defeats the object a little bit. Okay. What are we looking at just generally? So this is on the weekly. So I guess I had previously drawn in this zoobity-doo. So that was, I guess, going from, because it's going that direction up, and it's interesting how it's now kind of interacting with that fib retracement level, which was the whatever it is, 0.786. Kind of drop below it. Now it's kind of like trying to claw back up. So if it can, then we might see some kind of range just there, I would think, as in a sort of thing, and then either that or that, depending. At the moment, it's looking a little bit, well, I guess because that happened, a little bit bearish, like as in mid-range cross bearing down, and yeah. So in terms of just kind of just long-term outlook purely from the TA, it has to prove itself a bit. I think it has to get back above that 397 level. Where's 400? I mean, it's a psychological 400 level, isn't it, that it's probably struggling with. If we can get above there and range bit, even break above that, that kind of, is it 420? Yeah, 420 level, because that was the end of that particular rally back then in May. Oh, yeah, okay, sorry, I thought I was reading that as May 23 then, but yeah, back in May this year, and then it became significant again here. So that's a definite resistance level for it there, 420. If we can get above that, perhaps a bit more, then we get a fairly stable base for it. It's all of that deplatforming that really harmed Monero for a bit. Even though in a way I think that kind of just it proved itself in a way, because it doesn't obviously you have to be able to buy it, but it doesn't belong on kind of centralized exchanges. I think it's that sort of thing where it belongs in the shadows, and in no way meaning that it's that it's for criminals or anything like that. It's just that it's for just doing stuff anonymously, not being spied on, not being kind of having everything observed by your favourite government, wherever you may be. It's that sort of thing. So it has a purpose, it has a USP, and kind of a privacy narrative of its own. So in a sense, does it matter that much? You may even not especially want it to just kind of pump up on high. You kind of want Monero itself to be fairly stable, just to reach a plateau and then just range long term, so that it can be used for just buying and selling transactional sort of things, rather than just like, because if you're going to invest in a coin, a crypto coin, it's probably not going to be Monero. I would think you can just accumulate it at some cheaper level, to be able to then spend at some higher level. But yeah, anyway, that I've rambled a bit on that one. But so yeah, it's got something to prove, has to be up there, and then maybe it'll stay within that range. If it comes back down, it might come down to kind of that 333 subtle, and then yeah, that's that really. Completed that one.
Okay, cool. And Bitcoin dominance.
Yeah. Someone asking for that.
Yeah, forgot who it was now.
Oh.
It was somebody.
You maybe.
Wasn't me. I tell you what, I've started looking at the USDT dominance. Actually, that's quite interesting.
Yes. Yeah, we could certainly have a look at that as well. I think. Do I still have Bitcoin? Oh, there we go. It's just hiding behind the thing that I have my webcam sitting on. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance. Just switch some things off. Go to the RSI for now, and
it was go to the moon.
This is on the daily.
It was go to the moon, Australia, who said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitcoin dominance.
He said, how's it looking?
Yeah, it's looking like it's coming down, but I think it might come up to that level to 59.60%. Oh no, 59.5%, and maybe drop down from there. Yeah, I think the alts are, if I remember, they're kind of also dropping a bit. So this is crypto total market cap. Where's the others? That's the one. Let's delete all of my one scribble and get rid of that again.
Remind me again what others is. Others is
total market cap excluding top 10 to against Bitcoin. Maybe that's not quite what I want for this particular one, but so the mid caps, I suppose, really. Okay. So with these ones, it's very much that's dropping. Again on the weekly, it's recovered a bit, to be fair, but compared with the Bitcoin dominance, which has also been dropping and recovered a bit, for this to be the possible sign of a alt season just coming in, a bit late, guys, but glad you're here. Then obviously you kind of want this to be going up significantly up to this sort of level, really, while Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Because obviously, if the price of Bitcoin has been falling, and Bitcoin dominance is also falling, then it just means that alts are falling even faster, which is not great. It could be kind of a pullback in terms of the alt values, alt market caps, poised ready to spring on upwards. Don't know. That's interesting. We had that retracement level. for what it's worth, it called that drop very, very nicely. And that obviously, because it would have done the down and then the up, down, and then straight back up again, which is a pretty bullish sign, I think. Maybe that, what day was that? Okay, yeah, 6th of October up to 13th, so round about the 10th of October, that happened. So obviously when Bitcoin crashed, the mid cap alts market cap also crashed, but came up again very, very quickly. It sprang back up. So that's kind of some profit taken then into alts at that stage, which we take what we can get in terms of good news with these things. So what else are we going to look at? The DXY is kind of, what's that doing with the RSI? Anyway, flatten Quadzilla just for a sec. Oh, okay, I drew in a W. So just scribbling, was it? I suppose it was looking a bit kind of double bottomy there a bit. It's very inaccurately drawn, if that's what I was doing. And in fact, yeah, is it just juxtaposed? There. Sure enough, did kind of bounce back up, but that's kind of not really what we want, isn't it? We don't really want a strong dollar. We want it to at least drop down to, so it's currently at 99. Want it to come down to that 98, ideally down to there, 95.5. Don't want it to go up there. not for a good long while anyway. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. At least the DXY is coming down a bit, and that probably is allowing Bitcoin to pump back up in the meantime.
Right.
So there's that side of it. Probably similarly, actually, USDT dominance is... Ooh, okay. If that can hold true, is that on the current weekly? That's super down. I guess so. And there's... Oh, sorry, I'm on the 2-day now. Look at the 2-day. 6 hours left. Is that right? On the 2-day? No, 10 hours left. Apologies. On the 2-day for USDT dominance. It's recovering a little bit, but we do have that super down, as I say. So if that can hold out for the next 10 hours and bring down USDT dominance down to wherever, then where did I draw these? Oh, okay, that makes a bit more sense. So we've got, it kind of had that support level there, bounced off it, then lifted off, had that kind of, whatever it is, dominance compression, which sounds a bit dodgy, but just well broke above that. If it comes back down, it might potentially bounce off one of these, I don't know, but hopefully then just plops off the end and plummets. Would be nice, because if all the money, because I guess an awful lot of the ETF selling that was happening, would that have gone into USDT? No, because it's not like they can't settle in kind, can they, with the current US ETFs? So they can't withdraw their Bitcoin or their some other crypto. I think it's got to go into fiat in order to sell off. So it's not even that, really. So all of that selling off that's been happening there isn't even contributing to this. So this, there's kind of a bigger picture of that this isn't necessarily, it's probably worse, in other words. So kind of, at least anyway, need this to drop down considerably, a lot more than it's currently doing, for that relief rally to be significant, to break above 100 and maybe go a bit further. That could take time. Is this one?
It's worth noting, Scotty just said US jobless claims just came in stronger than expected. Actual 216k, forecast 226k, previous 220. So is that that I assume by the price that's good news for crypto, is it?
So
Well,
yeah, I think so. In fact, that's well below. Oh, US. Okay. Yeah. Is that good? It's going to be a stronger economy, isn't it? So it's got to be
yeah.
got to
I'm
be
just
good
looking at
overall.
Solana going up. Actually, that's quite nice, and
Okay.
Ethereum's doing the same, and
What
and
about
and so is Bitcoin. So yeah, good.
your?
Okay,
Okay.
right. Got more of that then, and
Yeah. So yeah. Like you were saying before, it needs the good news, doesn't it? And maybe that was the bit of good news. Needs a bit more good news now. Yeah, I think you're right. Um,
well, I suppose it might have more of an effect at New York Open, maybe.
yes. Yeah. When the relevant parties involved kind of make their reaction known. Just thinking, I can't remember if we do trend lines here or not, but that's a thing.
Do whatever you want.
Well, I don't care.
I know. I mean, I know what everyone's a bit different, but I mean, I'm for example, I'm not a total believer in what do you call it, the heat map things, but it
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're useless. It just means that I don't quite understand them.
Well, no, I mean, I think it depends just how much gravity you attach to them, I suppose. How much weight you attach to them, because it's just they're useful up to a point, I'd say.
Yeah.
But then if you kind of base all of your trading plan or investment plan on that, then and that's obviously the problem with when individual screenshots of these things are posted onto X and that sort of thing. Like look at this, short bears are about to get wrecked and this sort of thing, and it's just some picture of like lots of liquidity above the current price, but it's very much only a small part of the story overall. Similar thing with trend lines. I mean, they're good to, as I was saying before, like they're good to indicate a trend, but they're not really intended to predict an ongoing trend or to predict an upcoming trend or whatever. It's just kind of so where are we right now in the context of what's been, from that point of view. So from the point of view of that, it's kind of just pointing out like, yay, we've had a higher low, like in this kind of overall market structure. It's like it could still mean that this might still come down to might still just kind of draw down to there, kind of before, assuming it does bounce way up, in which case that trend line is broken, and then you kind of redraw it as a horizontal line, I guess. But if it holds out, then I suppose you can kind of say, well, there's now a probability that we're going to do that a bit, maybe, from there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's so I go through phases of liking and disliking trend lines, I think. So, what else have we got? I think we might be about done. I kind of extended things a bit by joining late, but
No, it's all right. I probably the budget sort of the budget added a bit of a bit of something to talk about in there.
Actually, that's true. Yeah.
But no. Has anyone got any last questions?
There's this times like these, I mainly stick to Bitcoin charts and zoom out. Kind of right. If in doubt, zoom out, and so on.
I must admit, actually, because I like to trade a bit of Solana and stuff, which I've been doing over the last few days, and I have found myself by mistake sometimes looking at the Bitcoin chart, and then I think, oh no, it's the wrong chart. But honestly, it's the same thing. It's like, Solana will just do pretty much whatever Bitcoin's doing, and I think sort of like
Where do you get the FTSE on this? Sorry to interrupt. Oh, is it index? Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, just while you were talking, and then I realised I interrupted
that's
anyway.
right.
So what? Because it's just in response to what Scotty was saying. FTSE is rebounding. I used to work at IG Index. One of those things. Hey ho. So that was a long time ago. SpreadX. Developing this kind of front office trading system at the time. Is this the one you mean, Scotty? So FTSE 100. It is. It's doing a big old bounce. From those things. Hell yeah. Okay.
So what's that in response to? Is that in response to the
unemployment? Probably. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So if the FTSE's rebounding, then that's got to affect Bitcoin positively, isn't it? You'd think.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wonder if something in the budget sort of did that as well. Maybe.
Actually, right. Yeah. Because like, why would this respond to the US data?
Well, things do, don't they? But you know.
Yeah.
I might have to look into this ISA changes. Actually, maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If they're trying to stop people like me just only investing in US companies.
I mean, oh God, it annoys me so much. It's kind of when the government gets involved in what's meant to be a free market.
Yeah.
And you can, they leave their footprints all over it. It's kind of like you must invest in these specific stocks. It's like, how the hell is that a free market?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if I saw something with as much potential as like Tesla or Google, then I'd be interested in investing in it. But it just happens that there's not.
No, basically. Yeah. Well, it's the thing. Just allow the UK companies to be competitive. Don't turn them into charity cases. They're kind of being they're the I don't know. There are all sorts of analogies just kind of running through my mind. So I can't really say anything, but it's like they're being protected. It's like, oh, come under my wing, come under the government wing. Patting them on the head and just I'll help you along. But they don't want the government help. They want to be allowed to compete.
Yeah.
Anyway, and meanwhile, it just stifles the entire market because people will probably just not bother to use the stocks and shares ISA because it's just not going to be that cost effective. Invest in one of these, artificially hobbled companies.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, cool. Anyway, all right. I suppose we better wrap it up at this point, really. Now, the Black Friday offer for Quadzilla, that is current, obviously, because tomorrow is, I believe, Thanksgiving tomorrow, and then Black Friday itself is Friday. It's weird because we started off the Black Friday campaign what seemed to me like to be way too early, but all of a sudden we're here now. And then most Black Friday offers run to Monday, which I think they call Cyberman Monday or something. Sorry, Cyber Monday. And ours actually runs until the end of November, so you have got until then to get the 40% off the annual fee, which makes it absolutely super cheap. I mean, people normally say it's like cheaper than a coffee a day or something. I don't buy a coffee a day, but it's
Exactly. Where do you buy your coffee from?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of buy a jar from Tesco and it lasts me about a week and costs me about £1. But well, £1.50, and Yeah, but it is super cheap. I mean, what's that? 30? So over the year, that would cost you 36 quid a month, which is like less than a tenner a week, like less than a quid a day.
Yeah.
That is just ridiculously cheap, really. In fact, I'll be glad when it's finished and we can put the price back up. But do take advantage of it, though. We would love to see you over there, and to do that, go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ.
Yeah, and you can buy it with crypto as well.
You can
on
indeed.
annual.
Yeah. If you want to do that, just get in touch with me on maff any way you like. If you're in the Discord, DM us there, or even if you leave a comment below, and then we'll know to find you, and we'll discuss a way of, but it's just better just join the Discord, because you can join that for free at savewithcrypto.org/Discord, and all the links for everything are in the description down below. All right. So anyway, that's good afternoon. Good afternoon from me. I'm going to probably look at what devastation the budget is going to cause to my life, and all that. Oh, the Moon liked, subscribed, and shared the stream. Fantastic, brilliant.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
As I always say, tell your friends. That's wonderful.
Tell your friends and follow us on X.
Okay, brilliant. Excellent. There's also an Instagram as well. I'm not sure if we got the link for that in the description, but
are we live on Instagram this
time? I actually managed because we only get an hour on Instagram, and I actually managed to actually sort of, as you were doing something, I actually restarted it with a new stream key.
That's how to do it, isn't it?
So but nobody's watching it.
Well, it's a start. I think, anyone here who is on Instagram, just it's a new thing we started doing. We thought we'd better just spread our wings a bit and just kind of, so we're now on Save with Crypto is now on Instagram. Please do head over there and just follow and do the usual sort of stuff. It's kind of give it a bit of a boost, really.
There you go.
Try and get it up to, because it's one of those things. I kind of thought, well, to try and boost this channel a bit, we probably want to kind of like get a following on one or more other social media platforms. But of course, it now means we have to kind of boost that social media platform. So it's like we kind of need to give that a bit of a kick-off first, a bit of an initial boost, so it can take flight and then start to hopefully increase the following over here. So there's that, really.
Yeah, actually, I've just got the link. There you go. I posted that in the thingy. But I'm not sure what we're going to do on Instagram, but please, we could do with some followers anyway. So
sure.
if you want to do that,
posting chart setups, I think would be a pretty awesome thing.
It's I don't know. It's just a matter of. I mean, you could just post everywhere and spend all day doing it, couldn't you?
I think we have to be honest.
Otherwise, nobody will know about our wonderful Quadzilla. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, and then I think I might just run the Black Friday ad, and then we'll finish and all that. So I'll say goodbye, and if you like, you can say goodbye as well.
I shall. Goodbye.
All right. Take care, everyone. Let's just have a quick look at this Black Friday thing, and then we'll finish. All right. See you all tomorrow. The Quadzilla Black Friday sale is now live, and it's live until the end of November. This gives you a massive 40% discount on the annual fee. This means if you're paying in dollars, you're getting it for $49 a month. If you're paying in euros, it's 42 euros a month. And if you're paying in pounds, it's just £36 a month. This gives you full access to this amazing indicator, and also full access to our Discord community. And this is where you can get trading ideas, discuss your trading ideas, ask questions. And remember, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. We have this winning trade section here, which has some phenomenal wins like 73%, 24%, 114%, 47%, 20%. They keep going on. Some of the wins here are absolutely phenomenal. People are making lots of money in our Discord community. So if you want to become a profitable trader and you want to make your next trade profitable, head over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. We'll see you over there. And there you go. All right. Take care, everyone.